see. Hopefully this is going to come across a little better than yesterday's results. I am done with Twitch Studio. It has been the absolute bane of my existence, and I should have known better because it's not supported anymore. Nevertheless, going with the OBS setup today, I don't really need these two cameras, so I'm going to kill a camera. We don't need that. But I wanted just to share something real quick, and I'll probably pop this on YouTube as well, and that is my lists. I am inordinately proud of my lists on Twitter or X. And so let's look at them. If you go to Twitter, go to my profile, Lawrence D Codes. Lawrence D. Oh, why am I clicking on OBS? Lawrence D Codes. Go on my Twitter and you go to my lists, which it'll look different for you, of course. If you go to my lists, I have two lists that I'm really proud of. The second one here called the DevRels. I'm sure there's another list that's much better than this. I just haven't found it. And all it is every developer advocate that I can find, every DevRel that I can find, developer evangelist, even a few just people who are like tech educators of one sense or another. I threw them in a list. And so sometimes I'll literally just go here and just scroll my list. And what it is a timeline of fellow DevRels. Some of you are in the field, some of you are trying to get into the fields. I don't know what that means. Some of you are just like mildly interested. This is literally, to my knowledge, the only list, crap, what happened there? The only list of developer advocates on Twitter that exists. Like I said, there's another one. If there's another one that you know of, please let me know and hit me up. So right now I have 237 people in here. I think a few have actually left DevRel since I made the list. And I'm continually updating it, but there's nobody like checking in with me like, hey, I'm not a DevRel anymore. So once they're in, they're probably going to be in for a while. Yeah. Interesting. So anyway, that's one list that I like. There's Ben. And then the other list, which is the one I want to get into just a little bit more in depth, is this one right here. So that's DevRel. This one's called Trusted in Tech. And it's literally what it says. These are tech voices who have not let me down yet. Very unfortunate to say that a number of tech voices in tech, personalities in tech, particularly social media personalities with a tech label, many of them have let me down. I'm sad to say. And so these are some who have not let me down yet. And rather than scrolling it, there's dark text again. I'm going to show you the members. I have more people following this list than I have members. That's interesting. Maybe appropriate. But who's in here? 37 seems like a lot. Greg Powell. Absolutely love Greg Powell. This man is on TikTok. He's on Twitter as well. I think he makes more TikToks than Twitters. But absolutely love Greg Powell. He is the man when it comes to all things AWS. Whether it's breaking in, succeeding, thriving, Greg's the man. Love Greg. He is trusted in tech. And what I'm saying is you should probably, you can follow these people or not, but if you at least follow the list, you'll have access to it without necessarily following them, and then you can determine over time, do you want to follow them or not? So love him. Dwayne Hemmings. He is a developer advocate at Vonage, a guy that showed me a lot of love. Even before I become a DevRel, always treated me like a friend. I love the fact that he is a builder. He is a builder. There's a few people in my life that I feel like are true builders. You always see them working on the next project, the next idea. And he does that. He has a cool show that I think is really innovative. He does every Sunday morning, which is a little hard for me to join in because that's church. But he has this show that he does on Sunday mornings where you join in, you talk about what you're going to work on, and then you break off like into your own little room or whatever, and then you come back and you integrate and talk about it. So it's pretty neat. Follow Dwayne.in if you want to. Love him. GPS, Gwen. Been following Gwen for a while. She's at Microsoft now, but I think she was either formerly at AWS or formerly worked with AWS, one of the two. But she's another cloud guru. Tons of great information, has never let me down. Tons of great information on YouTube. I don't think she might be on TikTok, I'm not sure, but she's definitely on YouTube. So follow Gwen or GPS, made by GPS. She is a trusted voice. Next we come to Danny Thompson. Danny Thompson and I are brothers from another mother. We are both came up in the Memphis tech scene. He's currently in the Dallas area now, greater Dallas area, but we both came up in the Memphis tech scene. Went to the same meetups, led the same meetups, went to the same boot camp, etc., etc., etc. Very, very close to that guy. We'll always have a ton of admiration for him. From our little group of friends, guy friends that were in the boot camp together, we had an early Slack. And I was actually the first one to land my job in tech or whatever out of the boot camp, which made sense because I was already in one job. But we had layoffs because they went bankrupt. But out of the group, I said, I'm really looking forward. Like, I'm the OG, I'm the old guy, so I'm looking forward to you guys going way beyond what I'm doing. Like, you should, just based on your age alone and your energy levels, you should be able to go way beyond what I'm doing. Danny's the one that did it. And so I'm really happy to see that. Tech Rally, Alex, never let me down. I think I know Alex through the Coding Phase community. Never let me down. He's good about being honest. He is not interested in being a social media personality. He's there, really to share and to help people learn. So have a lot of love for Alex. Follow Alex. Test Automation University. So that's not a person, obviously, but this is Angie's org. Angie Jones, the Queen. Queen Arit, my Nigerian PayPal senior engineer, former developer advocate, has a heart for the people, has an org that she runs very well to help people in their tech transitions. We've always been able to kick it via DM and really get real. It's always good to have somebody that you can be real with. So absolutely love her. Kaguya. So this is one of about 15,000 accounts. But if you know CS Dojo from YouTube, he's literally famous on YouTube. He has a few different accounts. This is one of his accounts. He's doing a lot of cool things with Twitter Spaces that I've jumped on. Kyle and I have had some great conversations via DM about the realities of tech learning, transitions in tech, things of that nature. And he's a builder. Go check out his Ultimate Home server. Corey Weathers, I've known Corey for a little while. He's a lead DevRel with Auth0. He's a friend of my friend James Quick here in Memphis. And he's always shown me a lot of love, and love his organization as well. You got him, you have Ciora, you have, my brother, what's his name? I can't think because I'm looking and I'm reading. Wow, if he sees this, notice Will Johnson. Woo, got it, Will Johnson. They're on the team together doing good things with Auth0. Dark Texan, aka Mark Texan, you have to love this guy. This is one of those, like, there's those three brothers. If you don't know this, you should know this. There's Kelsey, there's Mark. Excuse me, there's Kelsey, there's Anthony, there's Mark. Never let me down. Never let me down. You just need to, if you don't know those names, let me help you. Kelsey Hightower, Anthony Mays, Mark Texan. You have to know those names, period. You have to just go look them up on your own. You have to know those names. Angie Jones, we all love Angie. If you don't love Angie, there's something wrong with you. Currently hitting up DevRel at, I think, Block.io. She's been doing great things for a very long time. Code Newbie, Saran's organization. So I guess I have some orgs in here as well as people, but that's Saran's organization. Really appreciate her. Threw myself in the list. I guess I'm worth being on my own list. James Quick, one of my OG mentors from here in the Memphis area. He's never shown me anything but love. Love, consideration. He's opened multiple doors. He was my boot camp teacher. He's opened multiple doors. Did I mention that? Right here. Him, Jess, and Baby James. I love all of them. Brad Traversing Media from YouTube. We've all come up on Brad. If you're in the self-taught world, you love Brad. We have to like Brad. Sarah Drasner doing her thing, Director of Engineering. Very, very smart young lady. I heard a part of her talk once, but I'm looking forward to hearing a good full talk from her, hopefully at a conference soon. My man, Focus Otter. See, I hate that. Whenever I read that name, it makes me forget his real name. His name is not Focus Otter, but he goes by Focus Otter. Super, super intelligent guy. Well-versed in AWS, also a builder. Deeply technical. Kinsey Dodds, deeply technical. I watched his talk at Render. I was super impressed. Render 2023? 2022. Render 2022, I heard him speak. He's a builder. He's an educator. Top-notch guy. Quincy Larson, founder of Free Code Camp, speaks for itself. Joe Zolo, VMware staff engineer, highly knowledgeable, highly empathetic, highly caring, just a caring guy. And we've met on TikTok, and I consider him a friend. Currently an Atlantean. Kelsey Hightower speaks for itself. There's no words. I was fortunate to hear him speak. Back in my FedEx days, we had a. Why am I looking at the camera that's not on? We had at FedEx, we had a Google Cloud Day, and he came and spoke twice. And so I was blessed by that. And I mean, Kelsey's Kelsey. You just look him up. Saran, again, mentioned her earlier from not Free Code Camp. Saran from Code Newbies, and currently from Not a Designer. Be sure to go follow Not a Designer. Eddie Jaoud, Mr. Open Source. He has never let me down. Remember, this is the list, not just of random tech people, but people who have not let me down yet. So he's not let me down. Brian Douglas has never let me down, even though I interviewed with him and didn't get a job through him. And I thought that my networking or my this or my that or my the other, it wasn't enough, and it was right. He made the right decision, and I have so much respect for him for that. So nothing but love for Brian Douglas, currently doing his own thing with Open Sauce, Mr. Pizza Man. We have YK, aka CS Dojo, another one of his monikers here. Joe Ferguson, Mr. PHP, Mr. Laravel, Mr. Memphis Technology Organization, board member and leader, super empathetic, super caring, great teacher, great speaker, presenter, and has opened up multiple doors for me. Meka Egugwe, he is running the Code Crew Code Camp, boot camp here in the Memphis area. As you see, he's a Memphis man. He has never let me down. Always has a smile on his face when we greet, and just a good guy. Marcus Hellberg, Java master. I'm not sure why he's not a Java champion yet. He should be. Also my boss, and the guy that gave me a chance in the developer relations space at Vaden. Nader, Mississippi. I'm not sure if he's still in Mississippi now, but he was back when I heard him speak at Magnolia. I think he spoke at Magnolia. I'm pretty sure. Magnolia JS. But anyway, Mr. AWS, again, just like Great from earlier, Great Cloud. He's a Mr. AWS guy who currently runs DevRel at AAVE or Lint Protocol. He's somewhere, but very smart guy, never let me down. Anthony Mays, that's my dude. That's just my dude in every way. Look him up. Jason Lingsdorf, super knowledgeable, super knowledgeable. Like that guy, like how he comes across. And hold on. Andrew Brown, another Mr. Cloud guy. So much to teach. His video, he has like a 4 or 6 hour video on FreeCodeCamp's YouTube channel. That video alone will give you all you need to pass that first AWS prac. Like Mr. Cloud, just Mr. Cloud. Tons of great information, free and paid. Never let me down. Mary Thingvall, I call her the queen of developer advocacy. I'm not sure if she appreciates that or not. She wrote the book, The Value of Developer Relations, a go-to resource for this thing we do called DevRel. Scott Hanselman, wow. There's so many people I'm so grateful for. Opened up tons, and you wonder like why I like to pour in, because people have poured into me. And this is how it's supposed to work. If people do for you, look for who you can do for. And so many of these names, you've heard me say it over and over again, they opened doors. They made things possible for me that weren't possible. They went beyond mentorship into sponsorship. And he is one that opened up my eyes and doors. And I'm eternally grateful for Scott. Josh Long, Mr. Spring, speaks for itself. Which reminds me, why is it Dan on here? Oh my God. And of course, Wes Boss, amazing educator, amazing JavaScript man. But if I have Josh on here, I have to have Dan. What am I doing? What am I even doing? Oh my gosh, Dan has never let me down, even in my very early days of DevRel, which was like just 2 months ago. He's already, like, hey, let's collaborate, let's do this, let's do that. So why is he not on my list? That's so weird. Add Dan to Trust and Detect and DevRel. What am I doing? Save. All right, cool. 2 important names you should know. So those are my lists from Twitter. Hopefully they can do you some good. And until next time, y'all have a great day. Stop streaming.